Welcome back, darlings. This video is the one you've all been waiting for. My review of Garage Therapy 1 Rinseless. Right, this is the culprit today. This bin is in for maintenance clean and it hasn't been done for about 6 months. It's a good test. Let me read you a quick bit of the blurb around the 1 Rinseless just in case you haven't heard about it before. The important things I always think with these things are like the dilution ratios. One of the things I don't like about what they've done with this is it's based on the 1 to 256 ratio and gallons, which is really odd because we in the UK are metric and we use litres and millilitres. So what I find frustrating about that is it works really well if you work, the 1 to 256 thing, it works well with American imperial calculations. However, if you're using this in working out metric, it will be 1 to 250. That's what FenLab did, and I think that's a lot better. It ultimately equates to about 4 mil per litre of water, so 4 mil of solution per litre of water, and it says you can use it at 1 to 384 for light soiling, 1 to 256 for medium heavy, and 1 to 128 for heavy cleaning. And you can use it at varying ratios, adjust it yourself to kind of reach the level of slickness that you like. I think that's a good bit of advice. So as much of the negative stuff around the other bits, that's good. It gives you different cleaning strengths, and it doesn't say anything about other uses in terms of using it for QD. So ONR is 1 to 16. I would have to say nearly every other Rinseless that's good doesn't mention that. It doesn't say about interior detailing strength, etc., etc. I would probably say you could take the light one for that, or to the medium, so 1 to 385, or 1 to 256. Use that for interior cleaning. You can use it on leather. It's very, very, very mildly acidic, like tiny mildly acidic, which is absolutely fine on leather. In fact, better than alkaline. And it's good at its water softness as well. So if you've got hard water, it will soften that up. First things first, though, and kind of actually following their instructions here. If the car is heavily soiled, use zero citrus or zero decon shampoo to pre-treat your panels via a pump, foam or sprayer. I'm going to snow foam the whole thing, and I'm going to use Kosh Chemie VB, which is basically the same as Garage Therapy Decon. I'm using it at 3% PIR. So let's foam it pre-wash and crack on. Okay, that'll be the last of the pressure washer we see. Now is traditional Rinseless wash territory. This has got some of the solution from the wash bucket mixed in. It's about 2.5 litres I put in here. I did 15 litres in the bucket. This will be more than enough for the whole car. I'm using the McKees Rinseless wash sponge. I would say if you're doing Rinseless wash seriously, these sponges are well worth it. They are expensive, linked to down below, but all the Rinseless dedicated washes are largely the same. I don't find the Huygen sponge works particularly well for this. Some people like using the cloths and turning the cloths. I don't like that personally. I much rather 2 bucket, have a rinse bucket and the one for the solution. That's my personal preference. Anyway, I've rinsed a lot off. I can still see a lot of debris on here. So, spray on. I would say you can work, well, they say you can work a panel at a time. I think you can as well. One thing I particularly like about the Garage Therapy here versus the FenLab, which is particularly good, is it doesn't foam up as much. So I find it actually leaves a much nicer experience, and the fragrance of this is really nice. It feels a bit like an aftershave of sorts. Don't know what one, but it's a pleasant aroma as opposed to something quite obnoxious. Now, so this is the bit where you go, right, QD spray on and dry. But I'm going to do something a bit different. I want to put a bit more protection in the QD. So I'm going to go with Sigma, Garage Therapy Sigma V3. So a couple of spritzes on here. Now I will say, this clogs your drying towels. It's nothing to do with the Rinseless, it's all to do with the Sigma. This isn't one of the ways they recommend you apply it, so this is completely me messing with their intentions. But you will then have to wash your towels that you do this with. If you do it with Sigma and you do it with a drying towel, you will need to do it, wash them on 60 with I would say microfiber detergent. I would say almost something a bit stronger sometimes, but it does come out. That's the main thing. And there we go, panel done. Now I haven't done, normally I'd work on the roof first because water rolls downhill. For demonstration purposes, I've gone with this initially. I'm now going to do the roof, and I'll give you some more thoughts on slickness. So I've used this product quite extensively over the summer, testing and reviewing. In fact, I was involved in its development phase as well. I really like it. I think it's on par with the FenLab. I think it's on par with the FenLab, which is fantastic, really. One of the things I use the FenLab for a lot is actually removing polish residue, and this does exactly the same job as that. The surfactants feel really similar. I don't know if they are. Obviously, they're not exactly the same because they're different companies formulating things differently. But it's very, very good. If you like rinseless washes, you won't be disappointed with this. If you like other stuff in Garage Therapy's range, you won't be disappointed. This is as good as everything else. If you're looking for a British brand, you won't be disappointed. And if you're looking to try Rinseless for the first time, this is probably one of the best options out there. So with that in mind, a brilliant place to start. What I have found, you see their instructions said 1 to 256 for medium soiling. Then the other aspect of that is the slickness. I think if you go to 1 to 150, it is even slicker and a really nice experience. It doesn't streak and dries very nicely. One of the other things, of course, you can do, I said about you have to rinse out your drying towel. Not technically true. If you dunk this in a bucket of Rinseless, at the end, there's any water left, any solution left, and just give it a good wash around, it seems to help prevent, so obviously you're completely saturating this in the process, but it seems to help prevent it all bonding. Ivan LaCroix's bit for that was when you have got your ceramic applicators, you can dunk it in the Rinseless and it will stop them all hardening because it stops the cross-linking process. I haven't personally tried that yet. I'd like to. Haven't tried it yet. Can do. If you're interested, let me know. But yeah, it definitely has helped. So if you not gum up the towel. Now, why is that important? Well, if you're wanting to do, as I've done here, apply some protection during this phase here of wiping down and drying, which, why wouldn't you? Which means you go for like more than just a QD. It means you don't gum up your towel, which is important because it's not guaranteed just by washing them that you're going to get all the hydrophobic, the absorbency back in these towels, because you have to work out what detergent works really well for you. On that front, top tip, the only microfiber detergent I found that's any good is Malco Microfiber Refresh. I've got a video up there to it. I've tried ODK, Chemical Guys, Rags to Riches, none of them have got close. Also, Malco, their instructions tell you to wash it hotter. But I washed them, I think it's like 40 or 60 degrees. A bit more detergent than some of the others say. because I'm following the Malco instructions, but the cloths come out cleaner and softer. So it definitely works, and they're super absorbent afterwards. One of the things I noticed is you get some weird comments around Rinseless. Oh, how do you do like door shuts and stuff? Well, same as you would with anything else. Spray some detergent, the solution. You could pre-wash it if you wanted to. With a brush. In fact, this is easier than it is with anything else, especially with a pressure wash you're rinsing. You can just use this, the pressure you get from the pump sprayer, to rinse it down, and it works straight. Now, if you've got really stubborn stuff, you might want to pre-treat with some APC. Get in there. One of the party tricks I know is how good a glass cleaner it was. You can do the same with this, and it's very, very good. So, I've still got the rinseless wash, rinse out, rinse in, rinseless, squeezed out, tiny bit of solution, take a bit more out actually. You can use a cloth for this, but I'm just showing you. Safe on plastics and everything like that. This is pretty dry. So at the same time here, it's giving the interior a quick wipe. The cloth makes a massive difference with glass cleaning. So this is the Grey Pyramid waffle cloth. You can get this into detailing. Links to this and everything else down below. I used this initially with with O&R, actually, in the video for that, showing how good a glass cleaning that was. This is just as good. So I think one of the most liberating things about using a rinseless is especially when it's like this good, and this is different to O&R. So this is like FenLab, but it's different to O&R. With O&R, the surfactants aren't very strong, so it's not very good at actually cleaning stuff. It's good at encapsulating dirt, but it's not very good at actually cleaning. The surfactants in this and the FenLab are incredibly good at breaking down grease. Go and have a look at the video I did of the Dimetasso. I'll link it in the description and here. I was cleaning out the engine bay. O&R got grease all over the cloth, couldn't shift it. I put the FenLab on, and I had done the same with the garage therapy, and the cloth like dropped all of the grease, which makes it, which just demonstrates how good it is at breaking down grime. Which is why it works so well with like the polish residue. You see now I'm doing the sills, all with the same sponge. All with the same sponge. Now I'm just going to wipe out the door shut. I should go and put this back in the bucket. I'm just going to rest it there for a sec. Now I'm just trying it out. Try that. These products are great for like maintenance washes and the like. Leather cleaning, yeah, up for that. It's good, isn't it? One of the other ones that frequently comes up is steering wheels, isn't it? Cleaning them. But this is just dunked in it. On one of the little scrubber pads. For the first bit, I'm just kind of spreading it around. I'm not saying this is going to get it as clean as like a dedicated deep cleaner, like Hot Chemi Polestar. But think about it from this perspective. If Rinseless Wash is a maintenance wash product, and that's how I treat them, then if you were doing a maintenance of this, your vehicle, and you did it every week, every couple of weeks, and each time you did it, whilst you're at it, you quickly gave the steering wheel a wipe around, just using this one product. So this is the point, you could use one product everywhere. This is not unique to the Garage Therapy product, of course, but it's a very good example because it's very capable at doing all this stuff as well. And it leaves a nice scent on the interior, so it smells like it's been cleaned. Then you've got a very elegant and simple solution. This hasn't been cleaned for yonks, this wheel, judging by the amount of stuff that's on it, but I can see the surfactants are breaking it up, and I can see it's coming up cleaner and cleaner. So I'll tell you one thing for sure. ONR definitely can't do that. I hope that's been a bit of useful insight, and you now feel more confident with regards to the Garage Therapy Rinseless one. If you've got any questions about it, ask me down in the comments and I can make some more content. Thanks very much. See you in the next one.